Hey guys, it's Larry Greenberg, and today we're going to take a look at 3 iPad 2 cases from Maru. A couple days ago I showed you Maru's Kindle 3 case, and I was very impressed with it. I am equally impressed with their protective covers for the iPad 2. Now there are a lot of black leather cases for the iPad 2 out there, and Maru has one of those. That's the Moco 2, which I'll show you. But perhaps you're looking for something a little bit more exciting, a little more vibrant when it comes to a protective cover for your iPad 2, and they definitely have that as well. After we look at the Moco 2, we'll check out the Maru 2, just give you kind of a preview of it there. And finally, we'll check out the Aani 2, which is even more vibrant than the previous 2. So let me get those out of the way, and we'll start out with the Moco 2. As far as features go, all the cases are exactly the same. It's just kind of the pattern and the finish that makes them different. Now the Moco 2 is made from genuine leather, and it sells for $44.99. Get it out of the packaging. It does come with a microfiber cleaning cloth inside. What's nice about it is it's quite large, probably a good size for the iPad 2 screen. It's nice that they don't offer up one of like the little iPhone ones. I'm glad they offer you one that is large enough to easily clean the iPad 2's screen. So this has a ton of features, kind of similar to the Kindle case I showed you. It has their patented rail system that they have for holding the iPad in place. You basically slide the bottom of the iPad into the 2 corners and then just pop the top ones over, kind of prying them out of the way as you go. And once you have them on there, it's a nice tight fit. Your iPad is not going to fall out unless, of course, you want to take it out by removing the corner pieces. It does have the magnets like the smart cover, so when you open the front flap, the screen turns on. When you close it, the screen turns off. Now, it's made from, as I mentioned, genuine leather that's really soft, very supple to hold in your hand. I do notice, as with many of the cases of this type that I've tried, every once in a while the smart cover feature will activate when you don't want it to, only because, these portfolio style cases or book style cases don't offer the tightest fit when it comes to closing. So when this moves around, every once in a while the sleep awake function will activate when you don't want it to. On the back, there is a notch for a stand, which I'll show you in a second, as well as a cutout for the camera, which you can see lines up quite nicely. If I open this up, you can see here that there is a hand strap for carrying the iPad or using the iPad. All you do is flip the flap around and stick your hand inside, and then you have a perfect way to use your iPad one-handed. It does have these elastic straps up in the corner as well. If you want to, you can flip them over like so, and then that keeps the flap closed while you're using it, and it won't flap around while you're using your iPad. You can also use those same straps to secure the cover closed, and that does help kind of limit that little problem I was telling you before with the sleep awake function, just because it holds the cover down nicely. And that will stop that sleep awake feature from activating when you don't want it to, because now the front cover really doesn't move. So just make sure that you do kind of put those down when you plan on carrying your iPad 2 around for an extended period of time. So let me flip these back up. Inside here, there is also a small pocket for storing things like credit cards or other items, business cards, whatever you want to put in there, notes, and then a larger pocket here where you can put things like papers and other documents. As you can see, the inside is lined with a suede-like microfiber material that will protect the screen if it should come in contact. And as I mentioned, you can use this in a stand mode by simply tucking the front flap underneath into the little tab like so, and then you have 2 different orientations that you can lock this into kind of the upright position for videos, or the not so upright position for typing and doing other functions with the iPad. So that's the first case we're going to look at. Now let's look at some of the more kind of vibrant and more exciting cases that they do have to offer. Again, there is a place for plain black leather cases. I think this is a really nice plain black leather one, but maybe you want something just a little bit more a little bit more vibrant, a little bit more exciting. How about the Maru 2? Let me get this out of the way so I can show you what this is all about. Has kind of a sugar skull-like design. You guys know I'm going to love this one. Simply, it's just really sharp looking. Let me pop the iPad in here as well so you can see what this one looks like on the iPad. As you can see, really sharp design, kind of two-tone, if you will. You have leather along the spine, and then the sugar skull kind of pattern that's made from nylon, and then accented with the same pattern on the tab on the back with the white stitching. I think this one looks amazing, guys. I really like the look of this iPad case a lot. As far as all the ports and the buttons go, because this is a book style case, you have access to everything. You can still get to the charge and sync port, no problem. You can get to the orientation / mute switch, no problem, as well as the volume rocker. And then same thing at the top, the sleep awake button, the microphone, and the headset jack are all fully accessible. So that sugar skull design of the Mata 2 is one that I really like. Let's pop the iPad 2 out and I'll show you the last one so you can see what that's all about. That one is even more vibrant than the other two. The Aani or Aani, I hope I'm not butchering that name, kind of looks like a graffiti pattern, if you will, as I get that out of the packaging. You can see this one, pretty cool looking design as well. Again, you know, I think that there's something to be said for cases that aren't plain black. So that one looks really cool with the graffiti and then the orange stitching that matches up again with the black leather. On the inside, this one has kind of a light blue microfiber to it. Really, really sharp. This one's probably my favorite, guys. I just love the look of that, you know, with the orange stitching and the nylon graffiti pattern and then the blue inside. Probably one of my favorite iPad cases right now. It has everything that I look for in an iPad case. Remember, it has the sleep awake functionality. It has a handle for using it. It has the straps to keep the cover closed, and it has stand functionality built in, all in kind of a sleek package that just offers you something a little bit different. So let me get the other ones so you can see them all up close, and you know, hopefully I'll get them all in frame. Yeah, I can get them all in frame. There we go. So there are all three designs. There are a lot more on the Maroo website. Again, if you're looking for just something different, or if you want a sophisticated black leather case as well, again, they have that. I'm not trying to knock that one. I just think these other designs are just something different, something more exciting for adding just a little bit of vibrantness to your iPad 2 in the form of a protective cover. Again, and one that offers, you know, extreme functionality as well. There are a lot of cases out there that might offer, you know, a good look but lack when it comes to features. This one, or these, have both. So the pricing of all these is a little bit different. The Moco 2 sells for $44.99, while the Mata and the Aani sell for $49.99. So just a $5 difference, depending on whether you go with the pattern or the all leather. I'll put links in the video description to all these. You can learn everything about them on the Maroo website. If you have any questions about any of them, you know you can always drop me a line. Otherwise, you have a great day.